It's time to finish up this model of these Spy Gear headphones or the headset. I brought in the materials or the textures that I created in Substance Painter, and here we are in Blender, and there's just a few more things I need to do. And one of them is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to bring my 3D cursor here, because as you can see, I can see my decal through there and I don't want that, so I'm just going to hide that, and I'm going to bring in a circle, rotate Y90, and just create something to sort of block it off. I'm going to press F, and I'm going to create a new material. I'm just going to call this block. I'll just bring that down roughly to close to block. Okay, and that'll be in there. Let's put a little bit of text and stuff on here. All right, let's say let's grab those, and let's bring in some text. I'm going to have this say on, and like that. And let's bring it forward. And for the font, just do text. And it'll make it sort of start with that. So it's going to say on and off. I'm going to have this attached to the body, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to use a shrink wrap. I'm going to click on there and do the offset of 0.0. I'll try 0.001. See if we can get this to lay relatively flat. That's not bad there. So let's try just duplicating that and bringing it over. Okay, so we have an on button, an off button. Just duplicate it and G, bring it down, and try putting it maybe there. And I'm going to switch this to PWR. PWR, power button. Okay, that's all right like that. Let's take one of these, Shift-D, and bring it over here. Let's break out the shrink wrap. Rotate Z90. And I'm going to have this say something like, keep hitting that. Maybe like a volume button or a level button. Let's try shrink wrap to here. Okay, so not all showing. So a couple of things you can do is just move it around, or just try to pop it out just a little bit. Or you can try Something like that so far. I don't know how much you need my screencast keys, but so we've got that. I'm also going to put, let's say we select that. Let's come in and go big cursor there. Let's just make a circle. F to make a face. Let's just bring it out. Maybe a little smaller. Just white. Let's get like that. Just thought I'd put it there. Let's try this shrink wrap. Just something, some kind of design there. It's probably okay there. Okay, so I can go with that so far. Now here's the next thing I want to do. Yeah, okay, we'll just do this. So that's the power button right there. What I'm going to do is just bring the 3D cursor there. And I'm going to bring in another circle. I'm not really caring about polys right now, so I'm just going to let it be the way it is. I have to make a face. Rotate Y90. And let's hide that. So there's my circle. Make it quite a bit smaller. I'm going to pull it in to the body here, like that. And I'm going to put an emission material on that. Create a new one. I'm going to call this just emission. And over here, I'm going to get emission, and I'm going to put, for strength, I'll try 15. So I've got that there. So I'm going to bring back the power button. So there it is. Okay, I'm going to change this to translucent, and I'm going to make the color sort of like a mid-green here, and bring the brightness or the intensity down to about there. So I've got that. Now we're going to need to look at this. So let's turn my lights on. I look through my camera. I've got one camera right now. I'm going to come into lights and camera here and select my camera, and I'm going to duplicate that camera. So this is going to be camera 2. And in my scene tab, I'm going to switch to camera 2. And I should have, yeah. And I'm going to rotate this around and just position it differently so I could sort of do a render from here. Camera 2. And if I want, I can go back to camera 1, and I'm going to leave that like that. I call it camera 1, doesn't really matter. But I want camera 2, and my lights are on, and I just want to render that. Actually, I don't want to render the whole scene, so I'm going to go Control B and just box that area, and I'm going to render just that area. Let's make sure that my lights are actually on. Yep. There's not much light there, so that's fine. We'll see the power button. That's what I want to see. Okay, and that's the effect that I'm going for. Control Alt B to get rid of that. I'm going to use that same effect up here. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to turn off the subdivision for the moment. Press 3 for face selection. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab just these back polys. I guess I want that one as well. Okay, so I've got those. I'm going to take this piece and Shift D to duplicate it, pull it out, not quite to the end, P to break it out. So I've got that. I'm going to put the subdivision back on that, and back on that. So I've got a piece right here. I'm going to add that power button translucency. I'll call it, leave it as power button. That's fine. I'm going to leave the same color. All right. Let's set the origin geometry on that, and cursor selected. I'm going to hide that though, and I'm going to bring in a plane. Rotate Y90, and I'm going to make something to emit light inside here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to scale this into Y. And then I'm going to add a bunch of edge loops. Let's do, that's 5, 6, is that? And let's see if I get rid of this one, this one, this one. Or if I get rid of this one, this one. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to delete those faces. Select that. Those are too big. So I'm going to go into individual origins, and I'm going to just press S, like that, and SY. We'll start with that. Okay. I'm going to move these back as far as I can go before they disappear into the body there. Down there. Like about there. And for the materials, I'm going to put on that emission. Okay, Alt H to bring that back. Okay, and that was the basic effect that I wanted to get up in that region. So with that done, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to do. I'm going to shut off my lights and cameras, and I'm going to switch back to my first camera, and actually I'm going to come out of there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's say, I've got that as a collection. Shift C, I'll bring my 3D cursor right back in the middle. Instead of just duplicating this to make a render, I think what I'll do is, I've got my 3D cursor there, Shift A, collection instance, headset, and I'll get another one and I'll just drag it over like this. My polys don't increase too much. I'm going to rotate in the Z, and I want to position this so that, let's move these so that I can see it here like that. And I could just do a test render at that point. All right, ideally I'm going to want to see the decal there, but let's just do a test render for that one. Okay, cool. So that's what I'm coming up with right now. So I'm going to rotate this one now. All right, so in this render you can see this side and the speaker, and in this render you can see the inside there, and you can see the decal there. All right, so that's basically the materials. Now it's just a question of positioning things, and that's what I wanted to show you. So I think I'm done. I'll just do final renders, and we'll get the render review video when everyone has submitted their work. Thanks for watching.